All right, this past Saturday, Backlash takes place at Tampa Bay. Uh, Listen, I've been in that city before. What a wonderful town. This is Backlash. This ain't Mania. This ain't SummerSlam. This ain't Royal Rumble. This is a placeholder. But some interesting observations from this show. Now, you mentioned earlier yourself, Dave, you noticed some things. You picked up on a few differences. What was it you saw?
Well, I don't know. Just maybe it's just me looking into things a little bit more, but like I don't know, the energy just feels different. The storyline seems to be a little bit weird. The one specifically for me, the EO Oscar stuff that we were building,
Right.
I'm completely thrown on that now. We went from I'm gonna kill you to I love you, and I'm sure it has everything to do with the storyline obviously having to abruptly come to an end. And then I feel like I missed something because even like on Raw, they were glazing each other, and then like Asuka walked away. I feel like I missed something there, like where Asuka's going, I don't know, but that was weird. So I don't know. Just things are just like this whole. We'll get into it, but the last match I was on. Listen, I don't know if they're just selling it because they sold me, but I was on pins and needles that whole match because I didn't know. I honestly didn't believe how that was gonna end because that for me again, I could be in my own head, but like the energy right now just feels very unsure. Like I don't know who's gonna be here and who's not gonna be here. So I don't know. Maybe you can let me know what's going on. Am I just doing too much? Am I overthinking this, or am I seeing something?
Well, it really is a tricky situation. I was about to get all technical with this. I don't even care enough about it. I'm getting rid of it. No, you're not being all that crazy. Look, normally when we do these reviews and we do these aftermath kind of videos, it's kind of a match by match breakdown. But I think what you just hit on right now was pretty much the conversation, not just for this entire PLE, but let's face it, for the entire talk of the WWE. We did this last week when we talked about the WWE releases and we broke down TKO's role and everything and how they've been very open about how much influence they're having on the company. And we brought up something that was kind of late in the conversation for us, which was the contract restructuring. We brought it up when we talked about the New Day, and we heard rumors about some other people getting spoken to. And well, it's been a week, and we're learning now that not everybody has had the conversation. We thought that Roman Reigns was going to have to restructure. That ended up not being true. Apparently, they're saying taking him off the June dates was a clerical error. I don't buy that for a second.
You think they met some type of agreement?
I think that either this got handled as quickly as humanly possible, or it's something that they're putting a pin in at the moment because the PR is too crazy. But to ask Roman Reigns to restructure is kind of it's a pickle to really be in. There's a lot of talents right now that are mysteriously packing their shit and bouncing. So what you saw with Asuka, yes, weird because it's very abrupt, but the symbolism of her pulling the rolly bag through the door is a symbol to the rest of the audience that apparently Asuka is not of the impression that she is worth 50% less.
Are we sure that that's what she got told?
That's what I am hearing from people, that she was offered a deal that a lot of people are currently being offered. We just saw it on Monday Night Raw as well. Humberto and Angel got squashed by Oba, and they are also heading out the door. Apparently, the offer on the table is restructure or buyout. Seems to be the offer on the table. You either restructure and stay with us at a 50% cut, or we will take all the money that is due to you for the remainder of your contract, give it to you right now, and you can just leave. Now, you don't have to.
We're seeing it happen right in front of us, and we're people taking that deal or not.
Either sticking around or taking the lump sum deal and getting the hell out of Dodge. And it looks like Asuka's on the list of people who are getting the hell out of Dodge.
So I didn't miss something. That was her literally walking off.
That's her literally walking off. Yes,
That's what it felt like. Okay.
that's what it is. Yeah, for the most part. And so in Kyrie Sane and New Day's situation, they decided. I'm assuming based on what happened, they decided not to wait, and they decided to just say, you know what? I tell you what, you don't have plans for us anyway. We'll just take the money and just bounce. And so they did what they did, and for everybody else that is still here, they're doing what they're doing. So personally, I don't have a dog in this fight. If you feel that you don't want to take less money throughout the course of the next few years, and you want to take your full salary now and go on and do your own thing, and wait 90 days to continue what you want to do, I'm for it. If you want to take a 50% pay cut so you can stay on the WWE bandwagon and keep your brand out there worldwide, I'm for it. My problem is the same problem I had last week. Kyrie's situation made sense to me. That's a renegotiation for a new deal. The New Day contract situation, I am not okay with. And it seems like that wasn't a one off. It seems like they're picking and choosing a lot of people who are already under deals to be offered this.
Well, they're trimming the fat. There's a lot of people who, let's face it, aren't being used.
Right.
Who are making, and this is from top to bottom, right? Because even the lowest paid wrestler, I promise you, isn't getting a lot of screen time. So
no,
they're trimming the fat right now, and they're doing it aggressively, like tomorrow type shit.
Yeah, and I think that's part and parcel of the problem. I not just aggressively, but very, very publicly. They're not. This isn't the TKO that bought the company. Someone somewhere along the line has made the decision that we're just going to be open about everything. And a lot of this stuff that's being discussed contractually, it's coming out into the open piece by piece, little by little. And I don't know if the talent legally is able to just sit here on TV and go, hey, look, they're fucking with me and my money. But it's all there.
Yeah, but TKO's not hiding it either. I mean,
no, that just said
a few years ago, if Asuka decided to not continue her work, we wouldn't have gotten that segment. No, it's a weird segment.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they did the segment specifically because time is of the essence, right? It's like, I'm not sticking around. Like, for instance, Kyrie just fucking left. She didn't get to have a goodbye match. She didn't get Io for 20 minutes on Raw like Asuka did with Io at Backlash. She didn't get a goodbye match. Asuka got a goodbye match.
She's
fair enough. But when Asuka got the match, but like you said, it's a very displaced situation. It didn't look like it fit into anything. 1 minute she's spitting in her face, calling her this disrespectful little shit on national television, and then the match is over and she's crying and hugging. And then they did the goodbye thing on Raw, and she basically said, I've been waiting for someone to take my spot. I'm glad that it's you. And then she left. And I don't think that was a euphemism. I don't think that was scripted. I don't think that was a mentor giving props to the student. I think she meant that shit literally. That she was the prized commodity, that she was the foreign girl, that she was the Japanese lady they got right. But a lot of Japanese women come through the WWE halls and didn't get treated with the respect that Asuka got. So I could see her being very literal about that when she says, I've been waiting for someone. Because let's face it, 3 Japanese women were never going to be at the top of the company. Maybe 1. And there was always Asuka. With Asuka out of the way, it leaves room for the next one, which in this case would be Io. They do really, really like Io, so they're going to use Io to the best of their ability. But there's only room for one at the top. You can have as many white girls as you want, but there's only going to be 1 Japanese woman on top. And so Asuka is seeming. My concern for Asuka is that she left the Japanese wrestling scene on bad terms. So I don't know if she's heading back to Japan, if she's going to wind up at another company here. I don't know what her plans are, if she has any plans at all. We'll see.
Could be done. At least for a little while.
Could be. And she'd be well within her right to take the break. Because there's one of the saddest stories you'll ever hear from a wrestler is a story from a wrestler who's been on the road with WWE and then all of a sudden is no longer on that road. It is an adjustment because you'll adjust to being on that road. Plane to plane, bus to bus, hotel to hotel, city to city for years at a time, and then all of a sudden you're just home. It's just over. And it's an adjustment period, especially when your home is several thousand miles away. It's a tremendous life change. So we'll see how that goes. But as far as Backlash itself goes, again, the match times completely different, right? Everybody was talking about the match times. First match was the longest match, 21 minutes, 12 minutes, 11 minutes, 18 minutes, 17 minutes. Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins for your opening match at Backlash. I don't give a shit what the internet says about Seth Rollins fucking up all those Will Ospreay spots. I don't give a shit. I like the match. I still like the match. I could look past the mistakes because I know mistakes happen, but I like the match. I like what Rollins was doing here. I love the finish. Braun Breaker over on the old man. 1, 2, 3, baby. Who's not ready now, bitch? Braun Breaker on top. What did you think of the opening matchup here?
That was good. It was real good, and they're continuing to roll with it too. I like the way Braun Breaker got the win. I like how it does make him look really strong. He looks really good. The whole promo of him being like, "You're only using me for yourself," and then him coming out on top, I think was really good for him. And then it's even better the way they're rolling it. Seth coming out as the loser for the post match shit at the very end of the show. That was awesome. They're leading into this whole selfishness. Him being an asshole, everything that he's done to everyone. Now he's kind of reaping the result of that. He's getting older. You know what I mean? He's getting older. He can't hang with the young guys anymore. Braun pretty much was saying the same thing going into Raw with, him kind of like, why am I drawing a blank on their name? What's the tag team?
The Vision?
No. The
Street Profits.
Yes. Thank you. Jesus, I literally just watched it like a few minutes ago. But but yeah. So him kind of like looking like he's trying to help them, but he's like he doesn't know how to help people. so he's like getting people hit, and then he's like they get in his face. He doesn't know how to like. It's a whole like the way they're telling the story is really cool. So not only was the match great, I mean it's Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker does well in the. I love his power. I think he still has a little bit to go. He needs a little bit more control and refinement with what he does, but obviously he's great. The match was awesome, and I like the story that they're getting from it too. So we'll see how that keeps going.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, like we said, it was the longest match on the whole card, 21 minutes, 26 seconds.
Can I point out, didn't feel like 21 minutes.
No. And you know what?
When I saw this, I actually was very shocked at this. It did not feel like that.
Seth was one of the longest matches on WrestleMania as well, and he was also 20 minutes. Didn't feel like it then either. But then again, he was in there with Gunther, baby. He's in there with Gunther, baby. Yeah, Gunther. It's Braun Breaker over on Seth Rollins. Next matchup for the United States Championship, Trick Williams. Once again, by the way, still with Lil Yachty.
Oh, he said he's here.
He's here, baby.
He said it. Did you hear it? Did you hear
I heard it.
Okay.
I heard what he said, but I'm surprised they are actually still doing it. Yeah. I heard him say it. Just like Bad Bunny said it, then he disappeared. He's like, oh, yeah. Remember, I don't know if people remember, but the last time we saw Bad Bunny, they made him a member of the LWO, and then we never saw that motherfucker again. So people say a lot of fucking funny things, but he's actually doing it.
First problem, he don't stand behind nobody. Fuck is he? It is Bad Bunny. You do not put him behind. He probably was like, you gonna put me with what? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna
Benito, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do the Super Bowl. The fuck?
So we're Trick's defending the United States Championship against Sami Zayn, and it looks like we've gone full shift here. Sami's kind of embracing all this stuff now at this point. But standard match, Didn't really have much of a complaint. It was one of the shorter matches on the card, which is fine. Again, didn't need to be a 25-minute classic. It's all right.
No, I think the match was great. I think they had a good match. I'm slowly buying into this trick shit, man.
No, slowly nothing. I got a clip of you from the WrestleMania show. You're on board. You've been on board already.
Listen, every time I see him, I'm impressed. Now, the Lil Yachty thing is cool, but Lil Yachty's starting to kind of like show like a look. He needs to either give it the program a little bit. We don't want to hold him back. You know what I mean? Like he's not doing bad, right. But it's been a little off the past few times that I saw him. But it is what it is. Anyway, Trick, I'm liking this so far. I like this. I like what he's doing. I'm watching him. He's getting better. His movements are better. His timing is good. His mic, he's getting much more comfortable on the mic. I feel from the first day that he came out to today, he is progressing like quickly. And he already has the music. He has the gimmick.
I was just doing it. Whoa, damn.
Yeah. He's got the presence. You need the package with it. So just let that boy keep working. I love what he's doing right now.
My only criticism after WrestleMania was the in-ring. He keeps working on that. He's going to be a full package player.
Yeah,
he's got everything else.
Man. I like this.
And
I like
the problem,
him so far, man.
And there's a problem with Lil Yachty.
Okay,
it's a small one,
and
it's a very fixable one.
Okay,
but there's currently a problem.
Yeah,
there's only but so much time you can live on the celebrity tag. If you're gonna be around, like he says he wants to be, he's gonna have to start developing his skills. You can be a hype man. Everything he's doing it fits, but he's got more talent than that, and people know he has more talent than that. I think you were the one that brought it up. I have the clip at WrestleMania to be in front of a crowd that big, and that's a Tuesday for him. He's got too much live crowd experience. He doesn't have a lot of wrestling experience in terms of being in the wrestling business, but he needs to learn to cut that promo. He can.
And I think that's what the problem is, because usually people in his position is offering that to their person, and Trick can talk. It's one of his strong points.
That wouldn't be his job. His job would be to complement the talking, not be the predominant talker. I have experience. I have experience with that. I've been in situations where I had to do all the talking, but then I've had the experience of being able to work with wrestlers that could already talk. So you feed them, right? So it's like you may open, you may close, you may be somewhere in the middle, but whatever you're saying has to come through to connect to the person that you're working with, right? So I could sit here all day and cut a promo about how great I am, but the difficulty level comes when all of a sudden now you're talking about another individual. To be able to have a level of charisma that does not overshadow the individual you're trying to get over, right? I'm sure Lil Yachty's been in enough PR meetings to know how to put himself over. But when he starts cutting the promos and stuff like that to put over Trick, it's a little different. And right now he's doing great as a hype.
Yeah, I want to give him time. I mean, he just started.
He just fucking got there. Yeah, that's why I said it's a problem that can be fixed.
Absolutely, with time.
It's time and sitting down with the right people to let him know how to channel that verbal ability he does have into a wrestling promo. Because one of the things I always tell wrestling students when they get in the game, wrestling promos don't sound like wrestling promos. Don't get in front of that camera and start doing a wrestling promo. It's bullshit. Just talk your shit. That's a wrestling promo. That's it.
And I'm convinced that he caught a concussion on that haluva kick. I'm convinced, because when he fell, he ragdolled. Like he ragdolled to the ground. And I don't know if you probably didn't watch the the event thing, but did you see him on that panel? Bruh, he went from talking a lot to not saying shit. He 100% looked concussed. And he just worked his way through it. That haluva kick was nasty. He ate that shit, and listen. So hopefully he all right. Hopefully he healing because he took one for sure.
While we're talking, for those of you seeing the segment and didn't watch the whole show, we opened up our show with social media comments. We just got a new one while we were talking for one of the Sami Zayn shorts where it says, "Hey man, what did Sammy ever do to you? Why all the hate, brother?" And it's like, hey, look, listen, I don't have hate. Just a little tired, got a little fatigue. That's all. That's all. That's all it is. Which leads me to my next question. My next question about Sami Zayn. Well, not question. It's more of a statement. I've said this on the show before, and I really do mean it. He needs to go away for a bit, just for a bit. I saw some guy make an actual pitch. Oh man, I wish I could remember which podcast he was with. I would actually put, it was a tremendous, hilarious pitch. He said, "For everybody who's got Sami Zayn fatigue, look at what Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser are doing right now." He goes, "If Sami Zayn disappeared for like 2 or 3 months and here comes El Generico, tell me that wouldn't just turn everybody right the fuck around real quick." I said El Generico on WWE television. What will happen to the orphans? Oh no, the orphans in Mexico are going to be without their fearless leader. No way, I don't want to endanger their lives for the sake of my entertainment. That'd be crazy. But no, yeah, there needs to be. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I've already done my due diligence on the fatigue, but it's as soon as I hear the music, I feel it. I feel it. Oh, I said no. Oh no,
go away.
No. Yeah. Jesus Christ. The next matchup, oh baby, the tag team match. Danhausen and Minniehausen against The Miz and Kit Wilson. And I got to admit, this was the first match that we watched. I didn't watch it from the beginning because I wasn't entirely sure I was going to get a chance to watch the whole thing. I ended up watching the whole thing, but I was nervous that we wouldn't. So I said, I know I'm going to have to at least watch this one for the pod. So let's watch this now, and then tomorrow I'll get in as much as I could. So my wife and I sat down and watched this match.
As you should.
And can I just clarify now? I stand by my Danhausen comments.
Okay.
In the sense of this is what they pay him for. This is why they purchased the services of Danhausen. This match right here. And I would like to equate my wife's personal situation to The Miz.
Okay.
I made a connection there. My wife tells me all the time that she feels terrible because she's a teacher, and sometimes she'll get students that come in that are a little rough around the edges, need a little TLC, need a little help, and she educates them, and she nurtures them, and she builds them up to young, upstanding citizens. But then, like all students, they go to other grades, which means they go to other teachers, and they go to the next teacher, and everything falls apart.
Fucks them up. All your work down the drain.
Everything, they regress all the way back to the garbage. And there's nothing you can do because it's off to the next. There's nothing you can do. You got to worry about the next group you got. The Miz is like my wife. He is absolutely perfect in scenarios just like this. He has no ego. He is doing more for Danhausen right now than I think.
I'm so glad you're saying what you're saying.
That any other wrestler has ever done for Danhausen. Because The Miz happens to have enough credibility as a performer to go into a comedy segment and still make it work. My problem is what happens after The Miz. Because here's what AEW did that the WWE will not do. And that's not everybody in the WWE is going to get a chance to play with Danhausen. You've got your higher ups, you've got your main event players, you've got your serious characters, you've got this, you've got that. There's a very select pool of people that they will allow to go into a world with clones and midgets and all kinds of stuff. For everybody out there, that Punk's gonna be his partner, Oma's gonna be his partner. None of those motherfuckers were gonna be his partner because they're above all.
Oma? Who the fuck said? Dude,
Yeah,
all right,
they were
trigger me.
bugging, wild, just the wild outrageousness of things. They were never going to be a part of this because that's not what their role in the system is. They're higher on the food chain. This was always, I didn't think it would be little people. I just thought it, at the very least, would be like a lower tier kind of character. I didn't think that they would go that far. That's hilarious. Actually, it fit better. I'm glad it was that, other than some other superstar, to make it an actual genuine 2-on-2, because the Minihausen got his shit off.
Got his shit off. He wrestled 85% of the fucking. I felt like I was watching a Max Mini match. I'm not even joking when I say that.
I did. I
dead ass felt like Mini. I was watching Max Mini. Like it wasn't like he went in there to troll. The Miz wrestled a one-on-one match with Max Mini. And they took it seriously. He actually wrestled his.
I'm gonna give Kit Wilson some love because he looked good in there with the little person too.
Dude, they had a match. This was a legit match. Like, I know there's joking surrounding it, but that little guy, regardless of what you say, little guy, it's not disrespectful, but like, no matter what you want to say, it's like,
I thought midget was the bad one,
bro.
Little person was the right one.
That guy went in there and took that match like serious as fuck. He wrestled his ass off.
They all did. And it gave Danhausen an opportunity when you think about it, because as good as Minihausen was, he's still a mini, right? Danhausen looked like a wrestler in there. When he got his shot, suplexes and shots to the corner, and he got a chance to fire up and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that shit. I was dead. I rewound that 4 times too. When he
got all tired.
He gassed out and then fired up on his own shit, bro. I was like, I know he didn't do that, man. That is pure fucking gold, man.
I said when he got here that this was it, that this was the reason why I wasn't upset by the hire, because this is the spot. This little area right here, this little playground that they've given him, this is what's good. The problem that the other company had is that everybody wants to play with everybody, and that's not how that works. So as long as they keep him in that pocket, he's going to get even more over. Although, one criticism, and my wife was the one that pointed it out, I 100% agree, the spamming of the catchphrase. Because they did it a bunch. It's in the theme music. He does it in his entrance.
The Mini did it too. And I think that made it feel
I think all the Minis did it. At one point,
did it quite often. The Mini, so I think that's why it felt like more. But I think this is the one place you can spam it in this particular match, because the person he's wrestling is already cursed, so he can keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is
furthering the curse,
you can't. There are some people that can't be touched by that. Like the gimmick. I'm interested to see how hard and how far they can push this. It can live in the mid card very easily, very sustainably. Can live in the mid card. So you just gotta be careful with it. But in this scenario, if you want to get the taunt off a lot, it's easier to do that when someone's already cursed rather than doing it every single match. That's how I see it anyway. I did notice that too, but I think it's because the Mini did it too. And that's kind of made it feel like it was a little more than
himself did it a few times.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah,
I need that dialed back. I know that they're trying to get it over, but it seems like it already is. Dial that back. Don't overdo it.
Can I make one hot take before we move on? I think it's a hot take. Maybe it's not a hot take, but I think it is. I think The Miz is hands down the most company man who ever existed, and I don't think there will be another one like him ever again.
Well, I don't think that's ever been question.
Well, the reason why I feel like it's a hot take, because when I had the original thought, I made a comparison to The Undertaker, not in a sense of like race wrestling or superstardom or anything like that. The only reason why is because when anyone ever talks about the company guy or like the guy, he was always the one kind of like brought up because of his leadership and whatever, right? But to me, I
but
feel
these are
like
two different versions of a company guy. Because
I
Taker
feel
would
like the
resist.
Miz, huh?
Taker would resist. Taker
And
would
that's
put
what
up
I mean.
fights.
Okay,
I've
but
never
that's
heard
what I
of a
mean.
situation where the Miz
I
was
don't.
just like, "Oh, I don't know."
Okay, then maybe it's not as hot as it takes as I thought. Because
No,
in
I
my
think that
brain,
is.
and I don't know. For me, it's like I don't see it as the Miz being like I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Like, not like pick me. I don't want to use that word pick me because that's a weird word to use. But like, he's not doing it because he's trying to kiss ass or suck up. I think he does it because he likes doing this. I think he enjoys this pocket that he's in right now and working with all the new talent and shit like that. And I feel like there will never be another superstar who does what he does for the business. I don't even want to say the company, dude, the business. Like I don't think there's a soul that's walking through here that isn't meeting up with the Miz at some point to get like course corrected or put on the right path for the most part. I don't know. I just saw that today. I saw the match. I saw it went well, and I'm just like, dude, there's no one like the Miz. This dude works
I don't know.
at a
That could
different
be
level than a lot of
that.
people, man.
I could see a lot of positives to that, but I could also see that being a real fucking negative. Like if I'm backstage and I know that I gotta, it's like that kiss ass at work, where you're just like, oh, sweet Jesus. Like Miz is the kind of person that when he heard everybody was getting 50% cuts, he just went to the office like, I know you haven't gotten to me yet, but I already signed. I just want to hand it to you now. It's just like, I'm good. You guys can have half my money.
I agree with you. And I know the way that you just said it sounds very sassy, and that was my point. I don't think he does it. I could be completely off, but I'm just saying, to me, it feels like he's doing this because that's just what he does. And like, he loves this. It's what he does. Dude. We know the Miz's story. All he has ever wanted is to be here. So if there's anything he can do to keep that going, I think he will.
But he's
a company guy.
He's been doing it for 20 years now.
So what?
Grow a spine is what.
I don't want a spine. Fuck your spine. I like being a jellyfish.
Yeah. So he's a kiss ass.
Fair enough.
We already kind of talked about this, so we'll keep this one shorter. Io Sky Asuka, Io Sky for the win. 18 minutes. We saw the emotion at the end. We already talked about the contract situation. Actually, we kind of ran down everything about this already. She's giving up.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it just felt. In hindsight, it just felt like a send-off match. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it feels like we could have potentially been watching Asuka's last match in the WWE.
Wow.
And no one knows it.
Going with my gut, it doesn't feel potentially. I think that's it. Yeah,
in hindsight, but I mean, in the moment, like, I don't know.
No, I was hearing this when they did the promo the Monday leading up.
That's
when they had the sit down, everybody was like, "Oh!" Like as soon as they announced this match, people were like, at first the conversation was, "Oh, was this supposed to be the Kyrie match?"
Mm-hmm.
And then people were, "Oh, okay, yeah, they're putting it into this whole goddamn thing." Okay, all right, cool, fair enough. But yeah, they were the ones that got 18 minutes, 7 seconds for that one. Then of course the main event for the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship, Roman Reigns defending against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. He's your boy. And he delivered. He did a good job. But I don't think this match helped either one of these fucking guys, to be honest with you. If we're being serious, I think the one thing that super got over during this whole process was the return of an old favorite. That tongue-in death grip, baby. Yes.
He's taping up the fingers for it now, too.
The tongue-in death grip. Do you have any idea how many schoolyard scuffles in the late 90s had motherfuckers trying to tongue-in death grip? And I don't mean playfully. I mean they tried to clinch it for real. Right here, it's just like, what, you talking shit? Yeah. And you just clinch it on right there, man. And I love the way that Roman says it. He goes, really? The tongue in death grip? That's the kind of move you use at a bar at 3 a.m. when you fighting 8 guys. You don't do that to family, son. What's wrong with you? You don't tongue in death grip family, huh? Little cousin. Roman, it feels right to see him with a championship again.
Mm-hmm.
But this is officially, based on this match, a different direction for Roman because they did this whole deal with Jacob leading into the match that he didn't want the Usos to interfere or to be a part of this match in any way. And I found that segment to be hilarious because up until he said that, it didn't dawn on me that it was a possibility that they would. Because I completely forgot how the original bloodline kind of did their business.
Mm-hmm.
I see why he said it because that's how they used to handle things back in the day. But with this new bloodline, I haven't seen that. There was, if anything, he fought the Usos in the Royal Rumble that he won. And then when he fought Punk at WrestleMania, there was no Uso interference. Now, I know the night after WrestleMania is when we got the bloodline back together. But he made that whole pitch, and it kind of felt to me like when he said it, Jimmy and Jay looked at each other like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. We probably should do something. Like, we just sit there, we're not even booked on the show. It was like, why are you putting ideas in these motherfuckers' heads? Just go in there and have the match. And then the whole match happens, and he just gets beat. That's it. I don't know if this helps or hurts Jacob. Because there was a lot of momentum coming out of WrestleMania, and just for him to come out of there and take a clean ass loss, I don't get it.
I think the problem with so I don't agree that the match didn't help anybody. The problem that I have with this is I think we're writing ourselves into a corner.
Writing? Writing?
Yeah, like writing ourselves into a corner where we're inevitably gonna have to hurt. I don't think they're hurt now. I think someone's getting hurt at the end of this. Now, I thought that if the rumors were true, I felt the way and this is why I came to this conclusion. The way they were writing this, I could have sworn Roman was dropping this belt. I was almost 1,000%. The way that I don't know if it's Jacob not knowing how to regulate his intensity, because his intensity gave me feelings like he was going over. The way they were writing, the way they were fighting, the way he was backing them down, the way he don't do this, and the way they were writing, putting it like all on the line for him. Your family's not gonna come out good on this. We're gonna beat you in front of your family. All this shit to where it's to the point where like Jacob has to win this. You know what I mean? Like he's going to win this match the way that they did it, and then he lost. Come back the next week, you gotta acknowledge me. Fuck that. Beat both your ass. Go in there, beat his ass. Run into all of y'all. Beat you guys, all three of you.
Yeah.
By myself. Now we're getting into dangerous territory because I beat you one-on-one, and now you're beating all three of us.
Which is fucking stupid. Because I just illustrated that he had a conversation with the Usos to not interfere. They don't. And now you give them a reason to want to.
And this again, I still don't think they're hurt yet. But as you just stated, the more we progress this, in the lack of a better term, someone has to die.
Yeah.
And I don't see, unless Roman's contract is over, he's not taking the shit end of that stick. So I think we're setting up Jacob
for a big loss.
A big L. So either the bloodline's just gonna beat on Jacob for a while, which doesn't do him any fucking justice. Sure, you let him get his shit off in between pay-per-views, but inevitably he's just gonna keep losing the match.
Right.
I don't know. It's not bad right now, but it's hard for me to see Jacob not coming out at a very big loss or prematurely giving Jacob the belt, because I don't think he's ready for that either. I mean, Roman even said it himself. Even if you did get the belt, are you ready to carry this company on your shoulders? And if you're asking me, no. That all gas, no brakes is fun, but that shit's not going off every Monday night. It's just going to get boring quick, and they're going to take that shit off of them. That
Yeah,
intro
even if
though, that shit
even
fire. I like that intro.
oh,
That intro is so good, dude. I like it.
the one with the timing on the fire. Whoo,
Yeah, the pyro stuff is cool. I just like the song. I like the song a lot.
hard.
It's so hard. I had my daughter singing it.
Yeah, it's right at the Oba's. Oba's has got that bass to it too.
Oh yeah. As
Um,
or as we like to say, we say Baba in this house. Okay. And then I grab my son's arms and I make him go like this. We go, Ba, you're my daughter. My daughter's walking around out. She's like, Baba's gonna kill you.
Baba.
Gonna kill you. Yeah, we love that shit. Love that shit.
So there's your backlash rundown there. Again, I'm not going to be separating the matches because, to be honest with you, normally when we cut up the matches, it's because a little something different happened, and we should probably go over it and whatnot. But
This was a kind of clean over. Like this
was a simplistic show, but also that
yeah.
it. I don't know how much longer this is going to happen, but there seems to be this overlay of dark clouds around WWE right now. There's like this turmoil happening inside of the company that's kind of giving everything this weird vibe.
I think it happens many times, but for me, and you can correct me, you've been watching it longer, this just feels so obvious. Like it's like right in our, like people are leaving right in front of our faces. They're making hard pivots within the hour right in front of us. It's so weird to see. It's such a weird thing to see.
Yep. And we're kind of starting to see it now. And so up next for the WWE, they have Saturday night's main event taking place on May 23rd in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They already have 2 matches announced. Penta's going to defend the Intercontinental title against Ethan Page, and the Vision will defend the tag team titles against the Street Profits. That's what we have so far. That show was 2 weeks out, so we'll be back again reviewing something new when we talk about that one. After that, that's a television special. The next show, the next pay-per-view will be Clash in Italy. They're going to be in Turin, Italy on May 31st, 1 week after Saturday night's main event. Jesus Christ. 0 turnaround for this shit. And then in June, they're heading to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, for Night of Champions. Whoo! I don't know if I want to be on that plane, brother. There's a lot happening over in Riyadh, man. And they're advertising Becky Lynch, Oba Femi, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. Who the fuck is that? Is that Trick? Yeah, it's Trick. And then Roman and Cody being advertised for that event. So